for both of these teams, but more than anything, Chiefs, it's going to be Henry G and Sadicus.
Yes, thank you, Mitch. Nuke, we haven't seen it yet ourselves, Henry. I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see what Chiefs can throw in this. It is a map that can lend itself to upsets if someone gets momentum rolling. We know it can still be one-sided at times, less so in this iteration.
Yeah.
But it can be.
I'm very interested, of course, the fact that Chiefs have been up and down this tournament as well. Some great results, obviously, against their home rivals, their 15-0, for example. They can play Counter-Strike, and North, they can't underestimate their opponents here. They need to play their best game, and obviously they're the heavy favourites going into this one, but you're absolutely right. North, on Nuke especially, it can be an up-and-down map. If you get the first 5 rounds against you, so you lose the pistol on the CT side, your economy spirals out of control, things can go wrong in a best-of-1 environment. So I think we'll have a decent game here. I don't think it's going to be a one-sided battering. I think Chiefs can hold their own, and I'm interested to see the likes of Alistair, obviously the AWPer, whether he can go toe-to-toe with... We're not really sure who the main AWPer is for North right now. It's been different for almost every single map, right? Obviously, Cage and B, traditionally the main AWPer, but Config, especially on the CT side, they're trying to fix their CT setups by allowing him to be the more aggressive and more flamboyant AWPer. So that's going to be an interesting battle nonetheless.
Looking on North, getting ready to roll. And for them as well, this tournament, we said it, they had to arrive. They had to start showing some consistency. They haven't exactly been the most impressive throughout.
Yeah.
Struggling against Optic was a bit more of a surprise than I think most people were ready for.
It started off so one-sided for them, didn't it? Config playing out of his mind, and it's like, okay, they got a few rounds on the board, but this will be a pretty one-sided affair. Then it goes to overtime, triple overtime, no less, and that's Optic with technically a stand in the coach. Hayes, obviously an ex-player, not that long into retirement. He's still held his own. He's actually very decent, in my opinion. And yes, I think North have been relatively disappointing so far, and this will be a chance for them to prove themselves and get a really decent result on the board. That's what's to be expected, but I still think this could be quite the exciting matchup. And I guess in terms of scoreline, let's go there. I think it's maybe going to be like a 16-10. I reckon they'll get to double digits. I think that could actually be quite the possibility.
Well, we'll see if it is. We'll see if that's exactly where it ends up or not. Look at the stats throughout this. They mentioned Tux being the, I guess, experienced leader on Chiefs' side. Pex did have a nice 1 versus 3 in the pistol yesterday on Inferno, but when it all comes down to it, putting the skill of one team against another, the stats look similar. North has definitely played the higher-end competition in this event, and undoubtedly on paper are much to be outweighed versus Chiefs, I think.
Well, I was about to do a nice big introduction there and kind of describing the tactics, but it looks like we have a little bit of a technical issue here. The pistol will start. It will be North on the T side and Chiefs, of course, on the CT side. We have one player that's dropped out of the server, and I think that's MSL. Probably a little microphone issue. I'm sure will be underway momentarily, but I guess in terms of Chiefs' chances into this one, it still is technically a CT-sided map, not as much as it used to be, but win the pistol here, start getting themselves that AWP going forward, that could be a nice start for them. I feel like if North win the pistol and start running away with that sort of money and there's 4 spies coming in, could be a bit of a problem for Chiefs overall, but I can have a look at the buy for Chiefs, at least for now. They're going to get 1 smoke, a defuse kit on Tux, and then 4 sets of armor around it. And we have got MSL back on the server, so no restart required. He's ready to go. The unpause will come in momentarily. And just kind of theorize options for T-sides on Nuke. You can go for the full upper rush depending on spawn. A lot of teams like to go for that Superman buy and bust out the squeaky door. We have got 5 sets of armor here for North, so none of that, but no nades. That suggests something, a group mentality. A lot of teams go towards ramp on the pistol as well, as normally with 1 CT player there waiting for them. It goes for 1 pick and he'll drop down. If you can kill him, you're going to swarm that lower bomb site and try and make things very uncomfortable for the CT. So let's get into it, shall we? Like we said, North. Decent spawn there as well. Config with the bomb. And we'll have a look as to whether they go for that full rush or slow things down and wait for some CT aggression to come in.
With the kit, his Tux, they're going to go out the door already. Config, who has a blue name despite being on the terrorist team. Don't be misled by our observer. He's already down. Safe plant as well. Alistair's waiting with the door shut to segregate 1 and single 1 player only from North, as the rest of them do exist down below. It's AZ that's still above. He'll fight on, gets caught out by Alistair, but that's just buying more time with this bomb planted. They're not even yet to approach the situation. They're going to have to go down the vent ladder as well, and MSL staring at it. Yeah, Alistair thinks better of it. It's Pex that's going to have the job to do. Alistair will go now that they're trying to pull them back. Pex has picked up a kill. They've actually done reasonable in this because in finding those first 2 kills, it gives Alistair the vent itself. They might actually get away with this defuse. Remember, there is a kit in play. Tux is on it, and they've picked it up.
That was actually quite impressive by Chiefs there. The fact the bomb went down so quickly, that's one of the hardest bomb sites in the entirety of CSGO map pool right now to retake like that. The bomb goes down without a frag being exchanged. That's why a lot of teams opt to go at the squeaky door. We don't have the bird's eye view like we used to. You can't go on that far raft on the CT side sides. That's what a lot of T sides go fast on the door, try and get down the fence. Successful. Bomb goes down, sure. That should be a locked round for North at that point. The fact they have 5 players alive. They kept one in the squeaky door, challenging. He's trying to stay alive as long as possible, but very disciplined stuff there from Chiefs. They focus on that one player in the squeaky door. They kill by kill coming in. They managed to pick it up, and bomb goes down for North, sure. So the fact that they didn't get many kills, that almost suggests that they will be force buying in the third. As I say that though, Matt, a spanner is thrown in the works, and we have a force buy in the second round. This is unorthodox and maybe a lack of respect for their opposition, and they're going to be going with UMPs, Tech 9's armor, and a few smoke grenades as well. They're trying to get right back into this game. If you're new to Counter-Strike and wondering why I'm saying that's a bit of a surprise, normally if you get the bomb down the pistol and you lose it, you're buying up AKs in the third. That's the traditional way to play it. A lot of teams opting to do this, especially Na'Vi. They like to bring this tactic to the table, and it was a big kind of strategy in 1.6 and Source as well. It's not so prevalent in CSGO, but it's coming into fashion these days, and we'll have a look if it works out for North.
It's almost surprising that it's not as prevalent in CSGO, because you'd think it would be the one that lends itself to it the most with the pistol. I don't want to call it overpower, but the powerful pistols and the SMGs. That said, to start it off, rounding outside, Tux is going to have to back off. First smoke down, second one will be in line. Small gap, but Tux is busy throwing in a flash instead. Won't be able to spot inside of it. They make it to secret. It's Malta, the man from. That's going to rotate around early. Tag up on AZ. He's got the headshot, but down he goes to the hands of Cajun B. And once more, they're going to be in the lower site with quick pace. But bomb not yet planted. I think it's just gone through the doors from control now for another safe plant.
This is looking good now for North. Bomb down, 5 players alive once again. Major's boy from that area takes down Alistair. Quickly replied by Tux, but still, the 4 and 3. They have got a couple of kits to work with here, Chiefs, and an M4, but Tux is low HP.
Tux he wants down. He'll go now, no one watching. Grabs an M4 on immediate arrival. Bypass the back stairs, which did have a player on it. Config. Dark spot, able to swing out. Tech 9's, UMP, they work. There's why you force buy, and especially in a game like this when North knows they're the favorite. They've got the confidence. Yeah,
on paper, every single player of North is technically going to be outskilling the likes of Chiefs, and they're confident in their ability. Like I said, it's an unorthodox strategy to buy up in that second round to get the bomb down the pistol, but it works out for them. A set piece there. And Marcel, the master of those strategies. The smokes towards outside, very quickly down towards back steps. And the fact is, normally that can be quite a difficult strategy to employ, but you know there's going to be UMPs and maybe Famouses up against you, a couple of M4s maybe. If those smokes down, you're not going to get orb through it, and even though there is a player a secret, you're going to trade with him. They get the bomb down very quickly. Chiefs go for that retake once again, but Major's boy, such a nuisance from the hut there, finds that first kill. He only gets one shot, he delays the rotations and stops them getting down that one vent, and we get the 1-1. So presumably Chiefs will force buy into this third round as well. We have got another pause coming in. It seems North are plagued with these technical pauses. We had a few of these when we casted them last time as well, but I can tell you Chiefs will be buying up with CZs, Deagles and Smokes. It's unlikely they'll have similar results here. It's much more difficult on the CT side, especially on a map like Nuke. It's not like you can stack a particular area. You've got so much to cover. Ramp, upper, outside as well, and you're going up against the likes of AKs and M4s they picked up in the previous round. So unpause comes in. So it's not a severe technical issue, which is good news. And here we go, round number 3. CSGO certainly is going in this sort of direction, isn't it, Matt? The fact is, you'd win the pistol, lose the second round, then you force buy, and we've seen games, I think, go to round number 8 or 9 sometimes that can lead to force buys actually winning. But this one doesn't look too strong. 1 smoke, 1 flashbang, 1 defuse get, CZ's Eagles, and a 5-7 for Alistair. So North at this point, they don't want to be rushing anymore. They just want to be holding up, working out what kind of buy they're up against. Once they've ascertained that information, stick together, another set piece like outside and denying the vision with the smokes and trying to get that bomb down as quickly as possible.
Fast play again from AZ, down in towards Secret. I'm not really sure why it's still a secret, Henry. As MSL will sit back toward...
Worst kept secret.
Yeah, I mean, that and Bill Clinton's affair with Monica Lewinsky. As Tux will sit back, try and watch with the CZ75 as he wraps around the catwalk position to try and head toward heaven. Flash out, cover the crossfire perfectly placed so that it would hit both stairwells, but they won't push onto it just yet. Cajun's got to be careful. Remember, we just said that Tux is watching this position. There it is. Good shot from Cajun.
Yeah, this is looking very good for North. At this point, still got a minute on the clock. He found 2 kills. Don't need to overcommit. No one needs to go in a situation by themselves. Cajun needs to be careful. It probably will go down, but just about sneaks away there. Pex finds a kill on the other side. Majors drops, and this is getting a bit dicey now. But Inns and Alistair on 12 HP apiece. Inns towards heaven and gets his taken down. That should be the round concluded at this point. MSL with a double frag. Just Alistair remaining, like I said, the low HP player. So quite a clean round overall. Nice shot comes in from Mage's Boy. And it was quite a nice shot with that deagle. So fair play to him. And the last player for the CTs will be towards upper. Quickly dealt with MSL as he finds himself a triple kill. Not too bad. Fulika now coming in for the CT side. Like I said, Nuke doesn't really lend itself to that kind of force by back and forth sort of nonsense. It's very difficult on the CT side to make those deagles really work for you. You can't like buy 5 grenades and really go for a set piece like that and maybe try and take everyone down quickly. It's going to be a full default in that respect. But 2-1 now, North up against just the default pistols pretty much. No nades, no armor, and maybe a ramp push coming in here from what I can see for the CTs. Maybe just going to go down to Secret and just hopefully get a couple of trades, who knows.
Yeah, why not? Interesting stack CT side of Nuke, but it could work. They are heading out toward Big Garage. They aren't going into Secret directly, so they actually should bypass this. Best chance the pistols get on their back, find a few kills. That's, yeah, not going to happen. Here we go. Start it off. Tap, tap. Can't actually get kills on this. Sees a few heads. Must be getting frustrated. There we go. Finally does hit one. Had to eventually. May get another on Alistair. Gone down to 1 HP. But that'll allow North now to walk all the way around through heaven and head down below. Make sure they plant the bomb. Interesting that they go down below as well, because that means they actually can rotate back down Secret and be confrontational rather than going upper. Having them pincered in toward the stairwell, but Config's going to try and push them anyway. Should be straightforward. Good shot from Molten. Grab the gun, save it over for the next round. Potentially not going to be loud. MSL's all over him.
Alistair remains 1 HP. That 5-man stack towards Secret. Certainly an interesting idea, and North have been focusing on that area. Unfortunately for Chiefs this time. Occasion B, that bird's eye view from Silo. He'll find 3 kills in total, so very clean stuff there from North. To be expected against the Fulika on the CT side. And Alistair's asking for the HP. To be fair, he's peppering him with that P2000. I think about 3 magazines went into him and took him down to about 20 HP, I think. 30 in total, there you go. And so here we go. After the force buy from the CT, you can see they are extremely limited. No orb coming out. We know Alistair is the main orb. He's actually very good indeed. We saw some great shots on him yesterday, and yeah, that won't be an option here. No incendiaries either. So this is the kind of round in North, you know, the money's low. You're going for something fast. You're trying to shut it down. You won't be incendiary out of a certain position. Maybe just see a straight up upper rush coming in here. And there certainly is. Then Alistair to open things up.
Malta, fast pace. As he gets up from heaven all the way down on top of Hot. Only manages 1 kill in that position, despite getting in behind them after they'd worked through Secret. Or rather, Squeaky, excuse me. But from Annex, it's a smoke to cover off. And he won't be able to see inside of the upper side at all. Pex will walk in front of the crosshair that's placed correctly. Cajun's able to put him down on another bomb plant. North looking to go up 4 rounds to 1.
Yeah, this is why I really do love MSL as an in-game leader. He reads the economy situation so well. He knows what kind of strategies will overwhelm his opponents and stifle them towards that upper bomb side. Like I said, it's a weak buy after those 4 spies in the previous rounds. They definitely won't have incendiaries and likely won't even have an orb. If they have the orb, maybe it goes towards main entrance and he shuts that down. Very unlikely, and they don't even have the incendiaries, and that we discussed in the pistol as well. The reason the T's rush the upper side, just kind of allow this to stew. It's going to be fine. Into an orb winning this round. It'll save a weapon, but the fact is they can't really do much about it. They can't get in that rafter above the squeaky door anymore, so it's difficult to really challenge without the incendiary to lock that rush out. And North take the 4-1. In saves a weapon, but this has to be another recon now for the CTs. Maybe they do a partial buy into this one. They're getting to maximum state loss bonus after this round, so you can probably justify some 5-7s, P250s, and the like. But some body armor for Pex, and North once again, reading the economy nicely. 80 picks up a Mac 10, a chance for him to farm some cash, throw himself into positions like ramp from first and just work out the stacks towards that area. Even if he goes down, giving away a Mac 10 is not a big deal. It's useless against body armor, or head armor I should say, and it's another little ramp stack here, not towards Secret this time, and there it is. AZ goes in first, but he does meet his maker in the form of Int. If he recovered, it's suddenly getting interesting now. Pex brings it down to a 2v1. Amazing work with the P250 there, and Malta and Alistair to take on Config.
Indeed, Config down in this situation, but has 3 kills. He needs an ace. Has the AK-47, armor, 2 flashes, and bomb in his hands. Thankfully, they've picked up weapons, both of them. AK-47's on the way through the ramp room. So Chiefs with a chance to steal away around. Config is going the long way out through the secret hallway, back up toward outer. And he'll try and rotate his way to the upper bomb site, knowing likely that they are hot on his heels and going for the weapons that are down. So good read from Config in this sense. Alistair's waited to watch to make sure that he's not down below. And they'll be quick to rotate, I suspect, and they're playing this together, which is correct. Yeah. Rotate in through lobby. No sense going toward... Ooh, this is interesting. I thought Config would go right directly into the upper side, right into the upper side and plant, but he's actually going to rotate around. If he goes back toward ramp, yep, spotted. It's a clean shot from Alistair.
Yeah, that ramp room can be so dicey. As an in-game leader myself, I used to hate calling strategies where you're rushing a certain position with tight choke points like that. Sure, if they're not stacking, it's absolutely fine, but you just have no information. You know they save the rifle, and they run right into the lion's den. The M4's there, the P250. To be fair, it's the M4 that finds 2 kills, but the P250 does the majority of the damage, and that's really why you should not be rushing like that to those sort of choke points. I prefer upper. Upper's absolutely fine for reasons we discussed before, but ramp, you have one point of entrance, and you can't really back up your teammates once it starts going wrong. There's not really a point to retreat as well. You don't know what's going on in the lobby. And there's going to be Chiefs right back into this one. 4-2. They get a nice full buy here. Alistair with the AWP. He's going towards Secret now and will be challenging towards outside. And Cajun, like we said, normally all be on the T side. Now it seems Config's taking over that role on the CT side to try and adjust their weaknesses they have recently. And they'll be slowing it right down. This is certainly a default for now. Big round for either side. It won't be so much of a reset for Chiefs, considering they had a eco victory in the last, but still damaging with their own pick of this round. Smokes to go outside. AZ's already in a decent position as well, but Alistair, he has to be the danger man here.
Pex tries to fire in through the smoke. Config backs away, but Alistair's waiting. Oh, missed shot from Secret. That could have been huge. Substantial to start off the round with a man advantage. He backs off immediately. He doesn't want to try and hold the same angle. He's going to go back to the back stairs toward decontamination as well, so it's not even like he's actually sitting in a position to catch them immediately on the entrance to Secret. He can be covered off with utility, but this allows so much space outside, and MSL's going to take advantage of it.
North are struggling for grenades at this point. 3 Molotovs, and AZ though out towards that upper side, takes down Tux. Zata Molto is watching towards the hut, and Cajun B looking to open the squeaky door. It's going to be a bit scary with that AWP as well. Matus doesn't look towards the vent.
Will walk back through, found by Cajun, so they find the space. Given that they pushed this man back early and he's left in a 1 versus 4, having won the last round on an eco, will be somewhat beneficial, but what's the money? It's not enough carried over despite that.
Yeah, Alistair saves his AWP. They can probably force around it. They probably have to at this point. Ends with just about 4k. He'll get 1400 on top of that as well. Pex at about 3. Save the AWP they can force, but Alistair needs to survive here, and he's going to be found. And I said he was very good yesterday at finding those close range AWP shots, but AZ beats him to the punch this time, 5-2. And it looks like it probably has to be an eco situation. Maybe they can bring some deagles to the party with one player on like 6k after that round, but that's a little bit disappointing for Chiefs. North there, getting AZ out to a nice position. He comes through main entrance and blows the head off 2 players. They come in towards upper and looking very confident indeed. North 5-2, and the final buy comes for Chiefs as well. Deagles, Pex with armor and a 5-7, no nades once again. This should be quite a convincing round. Just don't rush North, keep it calm. Let's just go for the picks first. You want to get that 5-on-4, work out where the stacks may lie, then you finish it off. Lovely shot there from KTP. That's what they wanted to. If you get a pick like that in this sort of situation, you've worked out their eco. You don't need to overcommit. You don't need to start rushing. Hold up, wait for the reactions to the CTs like that from main entrance, and it's job done. I think MSL would be a little bit frustrated with his call towards ramp in that previous round. It was throwing caution to the wind, to say the least.
Magisk. Try and get a shot back down toward Pex. He's going to wait. So utilizing that headshot box, back headshot on ramp. Most teams don't do that. They use railing instead, so it's old school almost from Chiefs. Magisk is still getting frustrated trying to spot out information toward them, but it is just Pex remaining, so it shouldn't matter. And it'll be a 6th round T-side for North.
Yeah, so far so good. And that's after losing the pistol as well. So Chiefs yet to win a gun round here. If you are just joining us, they won the pistol. 4 spy from North in the second, got them their round on the board, and then Chiefs' second one they got was towards that P250 stack in the ramp room. They won't have another good buy into the next one either.
Do you know that heart symbol that's in front of us in this box is also found on train?
That's right, I recognize that.
So despite that one map is in presumably Donetsk in Ukraine.
Same universe.
This is in, well, yeah, okay, that's fair. This is in Cedar Creek, which is on the east coast of the United States now. Okay. It's no longer located in Germany where it used to be.
Yes, that's right. I remember that.
Yeah. So it's kind of interesting that they must have ordered those pieces, those parts from the same manufacturer.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, Pex, he's got body armor up against 5. He'll be cowering at the back of Rambrim. And it might seem like it's a bit of a waste of time, won't get anything out of it, but that armor is actually quite valuable to him going to the next round. The money won't be great for Chiefs overall. That will save him $650. He knows they've got no SMGs, 5 players to stay alive with rifles, doesn't need to buy head armor. So we go into the next round, and the pause comes in. It's a good time for a pause as well. Have a look at that cash. That's the nice shot from Cajun B. Very well done, and then anti-eco. That's how you do it.
I wonder if it's a signature. Like it's the new Valve map maker's signature that he puts on maps.
Could do. Never know.
That's often a clever way. It's like the church rats. Do you know anything about that?
No.
So carvers back in, I don't know what time period or design period, but typically anyone who carved the inside of a church, so the pews, the pulpit, all that stuff, they would put a church mouse somewhere in their carving. And each mouse was designed differently, and usually the characteristics of the mouse signified where the person was from, and they were all
signature.
That is their signature, yeah. So the cathedral in Halifax, Nova Scotia has one.
There you go.
That I used to always go look at as a kid. Thought it was really cool.
Interesting facts with Sadicus. Not just a pretty face, it seems.
Not that anyway.
No.
So just a useless void.
Well, here we go. We do have the force fight from Chiefs. Quite a desperate one, I have to say. They took a tactical pause to work out what's the best way to spread the welfare. And the verdict comes in. 3 UMPs, 2 M4s, and they're lacking a lot here. They do have a significant amount of utility, but no AWP once again. And it's going to be a fast round by AZ towards outside. Swings off towards Garrett to take away any vision from the CT players in that area. He's by himself. He's just trying to find a frag, and he's a great player for that sort of role. He's probably one of the most talented players on the server right now. We'll see whether he can open things up. Cajun B over towards lobby, just watching the squeaky door and seeing if anyone dares walk through. But for now, so far, so good. They're trying to bleed out any CT utility to start the round. Haven't really shown any presence anywhere. It's just up to AZ, who's slowly but surely dissecting that outside area as he watches towards Secret.
Peck's still waiting to try and get a headshot angle toward radio.
Yeah, ramp is one of those difficult positions to play in CSGO in terms of like a solo anchor role. There's so much pressure on you. If you allow that to go down without a frag and you don't really get any information for your team, you just get insta-killed, that's so terrifying for the CT defense. You can't really do much about it. You don't know if they're going towards lower or they're rushing you and pincering you in the upper site. You need to be very careful there. Spot one, take a few shots, survive, then get towards lower and kind of dig yourself into that area. But for now, North have made their way down the back steps, and you can see Alistair. He's well aware. He smokes them out for now, trying to buy some time. You can see the clock is ticking down. 35 seconds remaining, so they're in a decent position as well. This is looking quite promising for Chiefs, but still, the firepower not lending itself towards them.
Alistair. Ooh, he's interestingly shoulder piece. I don't know, did he spot them right away and then heard them after? Because he was in the right position. I don't think he saw them when they actually approached by. So now he's in a weird position because Molotov'd him behind, and they walk out through the window from control room. He's got nowhere else to look, and he's taken down immediately. Good re-entrance, though, from the ladder position by Chiefs. Better re-entrance from Config as he wraps around in behind them. Down goes Pex. Magisk will take Malta. It's all into Tux, and he's going to try and work his way out. Picks up 1 kill. He's got 2 to find. Swaps over to the AK. Bomb still ticks, and he's got a kit to work with, but 19 HP and almost perfect positioning, as we just saw it in behind the orange box from Config.
He's done for now. He gave his position away, trying to find a hole in that door. KCB, easy shot for him. That round comes down to Config. He's been pretty impressed with this tournament, I have to say. He's been great the last few months, and that's just the perfect backstab there. They have no idea. They're so fixated on that lower bomb site. You can see they actually smoked and Molotov that as well. They're waiting for that to dissipate and actually give them an entrance to try and attack the bomb site together. Config, perfect timing, holding the lobby this whole time. Comes in, 2 kills, round over. This is starting to be quite the one-sided affair now, Matt. 7-2, another eco for the Chiefs on the CT side of Nuke. And we were really hoping they could win that pistol, convert that to a 3-0, and maybe get some momentum in their favor. Not the case so far. North looking very, very good today, I have to say. KGB back on the AWP. He's been opening things up nicely. They'll be slowing it down once again, allowing him to go on the silo. MSL quick to operate towards that garage area. Pex will be pushing in towards lobby. That's Insta's find a headshot on Magisk. Still alive for now. Got the AK as well, so something to work with here.
MSL works toward Heaven, having already wrapped around. And sticks down Cajun B. That's actually going to be good for them now on the AK-47 as he's gotten in behind them. But watch MSL as he's going to clear upper as a result. They'll have to retake the site. Bomb's still going to make it into this position, and a smart Molotov will hold them out toward lobby. Bomb's got to be a little bit quicker, though, because Tux has already made his way back into the site. And they can't quite see over top of the hut to spot it. planted. One stays down on the ground. That's Config. AZ gone. But MSL's going to sneak above them, find the second kill on Inns, and this gives them a massive chance. And now the 2 versus 2 with the gun, the AK-47 down. I think he just spawned the arm. Yeah, patience for MSL. And it's all about Pex, who's going to be found by Config.
Aim was looking on point today for North after losing the initial frags there, but a nice flank maneuver by Chiefs. They pushed in towards that ramp position, getting an AK-47 as well. They go out the T-ladder, find a kill on the roof, get a couple of AKs to work with there, and they had the man advantage, but MSL and Config make light work of them as the bomb goes down. Not really much Chiefs could do without the grenades to get out towards the ladder position. And Matey's boys is typing in chat, please can you stop one-digging me? Into a lovely shot though, we didn't quite catch it on stream. And the reply from Tux is, yeah, I'll stop one-digging you if you stop winning rounds. How about that?
Ooh.
So it's a nice trade-off, I guess.
Yeah, that's fair. Malta picks up 2. Tux gets another one back on AZ. They may stop winning rounds now because Alistair's taking down Magisk inside of the flames. It leaves just Cage and B. And he's stuck in a smoke. Ooh, I thought he was going to carelessly walk into and be taken down by the op that's on Heaven. He has made it into the site undetected. However, going for the AK-47, he still doesn't have a lot of room to work with. One below him inside of the vents. Peck's outside. Ooh, and spotted. It is actually peeking it. So there you go. No one digs and they win.
Yeah, that's another classic MSL change of pace at that point. Been doing all the defaults for now and letting AZ work towards Secret. And at that point, throw in an upper rush and see if you can catch them out of position. But Chiefs locking it down this time. They have the utility and managed to find the sprays and didn't give too much away there. Even when it was the 3 versus 1, stayed in the vents, had everything kind of covered off in crossfires, and they managed to pick up a nice clean round there. 8-3. After the reinvestment, there's still a huge danger of full reset potential. Alistair back on the AWP. He's going towards ramp at the start. This throws in a flashbang to help with his teammates. He's going to be going towards Heaven and watching upper at this stage as well. But Cage and B once again. He's outside. Also watching towards the squeaky door. This is back to default pace for North. 8-3. Very good half of them so far. Even if the rest of the rounds go towards Chiefs, this is already looking very promising.
He's going to wait as well to see if there'll be a push through. Alistair yesterday. This is the problem. They give up ramp. Alistair yesterday, encouraging in the op. Look at this, dead. Easy pick from MSL. Config walks up. They just breathe him like a book. Config takes down Malta. Everything falls apart. Tux walks back in. Config doesn't give a tuck, and it's immediately going to be him dropping it on top of the hut. Molotov down to vents. Round over already.
Yeah, they look like they're having fun here.
Yeah, I would close those vents too.
Yeah, it's
just hide. Be like Alien.
Just like the shutters. Just please don't come through. Looks like Config. He's hungry for a little bit more. 3 kills in this round. And as MSL opened things up to take down Alistair, who had no idea that was even a possibility. He got his head blown off. Config flies at the ladder at that point, finds 3 kills in total, and he's made Chiefs look a little bit silly. Very nice stuff there from Config. A clean round, like we said. This will be a full reset round. Cage and B to finish things off. He had the tech man in hand, and that's only $1,400 coming in the pockets of Chiefs once again. Not good news. So this is the kill that opened it up. As soon as he gets that kill, look how fast Config is as well. They have no idea this is coming in. Horrible position from Malta, and that's a lovely shot from Config to get that second frag as well. Great stuff by him. 9-3. No money at all.
It's just so bizarre to me that they completely leave ramp open and expect nothing of it in that situation.
Yeah, it's difficult to analyze that one as to why they would do that and leave it fully open. Normally, if you're feeling under pressure at ramp, sure, you can leave it open, but you have to tell your teammates, this is the possibility. You need to actually be aware they could be coming beneath you, and I don't think that was communicated. Fast play towards outside. Those nice smokes allow AZ to get right down there. MSL having a great game so far. Finds another kill on Malta. It is against a full eco at this point, so they should be running away with this round and finding a double digits. So it's going to be 10-3 momentarily. They might get a couple of frags, but they've only got the default pistols really. We have got PT50 for Inns. That's about all I can tell you as he goes down. MSL, very good game from him so far. 3 kills, all headshots, and Alistair, last player remaining in lobby, might find this frag. Unfortunately not. Chiefs with only 3 rounds on the board. It's been a very fast half indeed. Yeah. They have to buy into this round, unfortunately. They can buy 1 AWP, I think. And that's going to be for Alistair. Then he'll be surrounded by shotguns, UMPs, an M4, and Pex. Doesn't have much to work with either. He bought head armor. That's a weird decision for me. Why would you do that when your money's so limited? Maybe just get the body armor out, but I guess it doesn't really make a difference at this point. He wouldn't have been able to get an M4 regardless.
And remember, this spells the end for Chiefs if they don't pick up this win. So a lot of work to do.
Nice shot.
Oh, we didn't quite catch that. We had a nice cinematic going on.
I saw it. It was actually through a smoke towards outside. That was actually pretty nice. So good job by Alistair. 5-4.
Apparently quite a young gun, Alistair, so promise for the future, perhaps. The Australian opera Riquet has done well with himself.
Yeah, and CLG is doing very well.
Made it to the playoffs of a $250,000 plus tournament, the first Australian to do so. Maybe young Alistair can be the next AWP from Australia to do so, Henry.
Time will tell.
I'll write a novel about it. I seem to be building a narrative, so that's what I'm going to do. Crossfire set this time toward ramp, so you had it last time. This time we'll try and double it up. Inns is forced off it immediately, though, because they take down pegs. And he's going to go for the full passive approach. Not the best position in the world, but it's enough of an off angle that he makes it work for two. Bomb goes down inside of the site. Unfortunately, he doesn't anticipate Magisk to push quite so aggressively. But Magisk does expect a rotation to show up behind him. He's now in a 1 versus 3. Doesn't quite find the first one so easily. He's going to leave the bomb down for a moment. I'm surprised by that. Thought he'd just grab it, go for the smoke plant. Maybe he's trying to bait out shots as he goes back toward it. Stairs already got his scope in, so won't make noise. Does go for the plant inside of the smoke this time. Tux has given his position away. He's going to spot his feet slipping out, though. That needed to be a kill. What a shot from Magisk. And he'll slide back up to cover off ramp. Both players coming this direction, which means he's got to guess right or left, and Alistair walks in. He was scoped the whole time and gets the kill. Beautiful
shot there from Majorsport. Like you said, it was interesting he didn't get the bomb straight away, chucked the smoke down, but it was all part of the plan. Gave himself some chance to maybe bait out a CT player there, gets that bomb down, nails the shot at the decon door, and he actually gets his back towards ramp where both CT players are coming from, and he definitely had a chance there, but well played by Inns. He had low HP at this point as well, goes down to 10 right then, and Majorsport takes him down, but still, 10-4. Chiefs find another round. It wasn't the cleanest. 2 players surviving, so they have an AK and an AWP into round number 15 here. I'm just going to note the scoreboard as well, so we have another technical pause. I think MSL is running away with the fragging. He's got 18 kills and 7 deaths. He's the in-game leader.
Yeah, I was going to say, who says in-game leaders can't frag?
Well, this is the thing. He has been, in the last few months, he has been up there with the best of them. Like
It seems map-dependent, in my opinion, with him.
Sure.
And I don't mean, like, he has one map that's better than the others. I mean, it's situational. I forget what game it was. Was it in Star Series when they desperately needed a comeback on Train and he had like 18 kills while everyone else had like 5?
Yeah, that's right.
And I can't remember who they were playing, but it was like lead by example, I think was the quote we were using on it.
Well, like I guess he's a player that's, as in-game leaders often do, if you're not fragging the rest of the team and you're just the brains of the operation, if you're not keeping up consistently, it can be difficult to justify why he's still in the team. Obviously, he's providing the tactics and all that sort of thing, but when an in-game leader like this starts stepping up and showing us that he can go toe-to-toe with his teammates as well, it's great to see, and he's doing a very good job so far. 10-4, Chiefs struggling at best there. AWP still for Alistair, like I said, they saved an AK. They win the previous round, but still a UMP in the hands of Tux, and a full buy, of course, for North. No AWP occasion B this time. He's going to be going very quickly outside of those smokes. Looks like they're good. No gaps from what I can see, and he'll be making his way towards the Malta. He finds that first frag.
Alistair tried his desperate best to try and get on catwalk in time to catch them off, but look at Inns go 3 as they walk around the corner, and Pex just has to clip up the last player, pick up the last player, rather, and make it 10-5. So not the best scoreline considering your CT side, but it's something to work with. We've seen teams work that in the past on this iteration.
Yeah, it wasn't as much as a nightmare as I thought it was going to be towards the end. Picking up the last 2 rounds, impressive play from Inns and then Tux as well. Good job by Chiefs. 5 rounds, certainly enough to work with there. We'll take a quick break and see whether they can do some more damage in the second half.
Well, we get back underway 10-5. It is the favor of North, so things going as you'd expect on paper. They go over to the CT side as well as we look to get into our second half pistol. And I'm seeing all armor bought up from North, which says they want to be aggressive.
We'll see what Chiefs bring to the table here. They have 1 smoke, 2 flashbangs. Those are in the hands of Tux and 4 at Tavama. No outside or inside rush, as to say. It's going to be Alistair towards the outside area. They are holding towards lobby. No rush coming in for sure. And they're just trying to bait out some information. Config alone towards the ramp room for now. Not going to be pushing, but we'll see what happens here as we slow things right down. That 1 smoke suggests maybe the smoke towards heaven and try and bust out and get down the vent, for example, or maybe they try and their luck towards lower after going towards ramp and it's getting that fast plant down. Config, though, he's not the sort of player that was back down at 1 kill mark. He'll be going for multiple kills and trying to send out a message to the Australian side.
What message would you send?
Do not come near me as I'll kill every single one of you.
Oh, that's kind of hostile.
Yeah.
So it's not quite like a SOS or a message in a bottle?
No, definitely not.
Okay. Malta wants to try and work his way in through hub, but he's going to have a tough time doing so with the setup right now. Magisk on the floor and MSL ready to peek. Good little pop flash. Crossfire set though. Watch. As Magisk, gets obliterated though, so that actually opens up quite a bit because MSL's limited on how he can peek. Look at Malta. 3 quick kills as he snaps back to get MSL as well, and I would say this pistol goes the way of Chiefs. It's config versus 4. Bomb planted, but they know already where he is, and they will not allow one-on-ones. Nice shot. Malta. Again, what is that?
Yeah, I've been chatting to Sniper in the green room. He's been telling me Malta is like one of the players to look out for. He's been pretty poor this tournament so far, and he said that's rare. He's normally very good indeed, and what a shot that was when he picks up that silence USP. Good night, AZ! And he finds the kill on MSL as well. That was very impressive indeed. So a simple execution towards up, smoking towards main, and then actually obliterating their opposition there. But of course, North, they lost the first half pistol as well and managed to win the second round force fight. We'll see what happens if they do the same thing here as well. Scout for Cajun, Deagles, CZs, a couple of flashbacks to work with as well. Config alone in the ramp, and Chiefs operating correctly, yeah. Not rushing, holding up, getting on silo, trying to find that first pick, and then seeing what the reaction is from the CTs. But Cajun B, very good with the scout. Let's see if he can get any damage down here. He actually takes Tux down to 31 HP. The idea is, obviously, the scout can be a 1-shot kill with the headshots, but if you can just find body shots where you can, it makes those pistols a lot more viable. Cajun B might have to fall back now as he takes himself down to 32 HP as well. Now 7 as an 8 hits him, but he has got 2 tags in.
Cajun. Scout in hand. Tries to go through. Can't. Ooh, it looked like he was going to get the headshot of that one, to be fair. Didn't. Inns is able to get him back with the AK-47, so it's MSL. Trying to relocate his way around. He's picked up the scout that Cajun dropped, and for some reason, Inns thinks that area is going to be completely vacant. He gets 2 quick shots onto him. Another tag as well, and it's Pex, Tux, Alistair all within 1 shot of a pistol. Despite that they have the man advantage, they've got to be very careful about positioning. That becomes the next factor, especially with AZ in that position where you'd be able to spot the feet first before Tux could do anything when he walks back through.
So much damage inflicted, Matt. Yes, they have the man advantage, but North are deadly with these pistols. Peck's doing a good job to get towards heaven, but time's ticking away now. 30 seconds. Malta's coming from lobby. Flashes his teammates in. Major Sport to hold them off.
Malta still trying to play games on his way through. Bait him out with a few quick shots. He will go in and get AZ down. It's all on the config who's made noise. Jumping back up. Oh, that Deagle down, my friend. Malta was the player in front of him, so it was the high HP player he's trying to hit.
Yeah,
Fortunately, couldn't do much.
Got quite scary for Chiefs overall there. Cajun B, like we said, just trying to soften up the opposition for his teammates with the pistols. Hit 3 players in total. Didn't find a frag, but made things a bit dicey for Chiefs overall. They managed to recover towards that upper site, and Config, who was playing the ramp, comes to the lower site, and so difficult now to, in the previous iterations, you get 2 vents. You could kind of surprise for a fast swing on one side, go up the other. You can't really do that in this version. It's already obvious once you're coming from vents, and you have to just go out and spray that Deagle. Didn't work out for him. It's going to be a 5-man stack towards outside from the CT. Should be mowed down here. Alistair to find the first frag, and a second as well. He might go down at this point, but Tucker's there to back him up. 1 player remains. It's going to be Config. Not really much to report this round. It's one of those rounds you're just like, okay, we've got default pistols, no armor, no nades. Let's get it over with and concentrate on that first gun round. Force spy from the CT zone. The second means they will not have the AWP here. Config, like we said, normally all being on the CT side these days. This is another sort of interesting round. I described it in the first half for North. When you know the force spy comes from the CTs, and that second round, first gun round comes in, they won't have incendiaries, they won't have an AWP. They don't even have diffuse kits here as well. So this could be another very fast round from Chiefs and try and give North the exact same treatment they received. And going forward, we'll see how it works out. Round number 19. And it looks like it was going to be a fast play. Shooting at the vents there as Int. Not going to be going for the full-on rush here. Baiting out whatever nades the CTs have. So they're setting up for an upper execute here. Shooting out those skylights suggests they'll be doing Molotovs on the roof, smoke towards main, smoke heaven. Might not necessarily come in, but they're certainly in position to do so at the moment.
AZ trying to play the side angle with the box behind Hut.
Ooh, vent dive maybe.
It's possible. Smoke's there. Nades go toward both vent, main, and a Molotov to push out AZ through skylight. Gonna walk directly in. AZ has just enough vision to turn back, manages the kill. But it is Chiefs all afterward. And this could go to 10-9. They're looking actually decent on their T side. Good use of the skylight. It's Config left in a 1 versus 4.
That was a beautiful execution, Matt, if you don't mind me saying.
I guess I can allow it.
Yeah, you'll let it pass? Well,
okay.
That was actually perfect. Like I said, you know the CTs won't have the incendiaries to hold you off or even smokes at some point. They were patient, wanted to see if any aggression comes into the start. 2 smokes to give them cover from the main entrance at that point. Flashbangs coming in, Molotov on top of the hut as well. Nailing their shots, you could see how overwhelmed North were. Couldn't really get crossfires established whatsoever. Frag by frag, Chiefs managed to take them down. They take dinks in return, but the CTs were so blind at that point, that's all they could really do, get a dink in before more flashbangs were thrown in their faces. And this is quite a clean round from Chiefs. Config trying to save his weapon towards outside. Should be safe for now. A bit of damage there, but he will survive. And Chiefs, Matt, we could have a game on our hands. That's going to be...
Imagine.
Yeah, right? This is 4-0. It has to be an eco now for North, and this will tie things up at 10-10.
Yeah, well, imagine for North as well.
Yeah.
Oh, what a tournament that would be.
Absolutely. Well then, an M4 saved by Config. Not really much invested around him. A couple of deagles and made it to be defeated. This would be so... it'd break my heart to see Chiefs of this round, you know? Like this, on paper, they should be just winning this hands down, but it does happen in time to time. One kill comes in, one of those deagles, you lose a rifle, and then it all falls apart. Happened to North in the first half as well, until Chiefs got a couple of the rounds on the board, but let's see what North have up their sleeve. Going towards Secret, it's Config. He's got the M4. The player to watch, perhaps, as he makes his way to look at Silo. And he does spot one, and he's going to be doing damage to Tug. Stuck, I'd say fall back, do not take that challenge. You know the M4's there, just let it be. And Config does manage to find the first pick, and he'll be rotating towards Ram. This is perfect. Show presence in one area, then move to a completely other.
Pex trying to evaluate exactly what's going on inside of the ramp room. We'll make his way through with the flash, so no one boosted up. That's cleared off. They could utilize Turnpike. They can also try and execute down the ramp. It looks like they do want to push all the way through toward heaven, maybe wrap onto the upper site. So AZ gets in position, but he's tagged 15. Good luck. Flashback in. Fully blinds ends, but he's willing to look it down and try and spray to catch off AZ.
Getting scary now. Damage being inflicted, but Chiefs looking okay. Ramp control. We normally call this the gateway of the map. The fact you can get this and fully execute towards lower is very difficult for the cities to hold this off. That's a real nice frag from Ins. Wasn't too pretty, but it actually opens up the site quite nicely. Pex finding Config as well. That should be round concluded. Smoke towards window, towards Decon. They'll get a nice easy plant down here. They haven't checked out Toxic yet, but there's no one there, so it's fine. MSL denies the plant. That's a bit sloppy now, and this could fall apart as MFL finds another frag. What are they doing pushing for that smoke? Calm down. You have to just watch these key choke points at this point, and this could all fall apart, but it comes down to the 1v2 now. Malta up against it. 5 seconds. He can't win the round, Matt.
Yep, cannot. AZ.
That's a shame.
Gonna put him out. That's the problem for them. They never tied the game. It goes to 11-9. Money's okay, though, for Chiefs, so they'll be able to buy right back. In fact, money's pretty decent. Alistair could even go to his AWP.
I wanted to say, yeah, they smoke it off, right? But that's actually to their detriment. They're not watching it. They just assume this smoke is some sort of force field that's going to protect them from any CTs pushing through. That's sloppy play. They had time on the board. Could have at least done a safe plant behind the silo and watched that decon area, but they seem segregated and a little bit lost at that point. So that's a shame. I did say that would be the round that breaks my heart, and it certainly has. 11-9 North back into it with a full buy, but plenty of money still available for Chiefs, sure. Alistair towards Squeaky Door, that orb. AZ so good on this hub position with flashing his teammate in as well. Can't find a frag just yet. Alistair shuts the front door. As getting a bit worried in that position.
Mess out. Waited to try and spot through the window toward HUD. It's Malta. Wants to try and get back in as well. Chiefs will evaluate elsewhere during this time. Take a moment to look outside. That's where Cajun waits with the AWP. So both these teams 1 and 2. Swiss system. Whoever's unable able to get success in this game is gone. Remember, this was 10-3 the last time I mentioned that. The reason I mentioned it again is because at that point, we didn't think North would be in that situation, and now they could well be.
Well, Occasion B spots one towards the silo. I'm not sure that he was aware, so a kill may be coming in for him momentarily. I had a shot, didn't hit it. And Marcel, his presence that's coming in towards Secret, and Occasion's actually been taken down to 11 HP. This could be interesting now. Marcel opens that door to give him a bit of cover, hide his body as his head peeks over, and Malta finds that first kill, takes down the AWP as well. That's important. And they're going to go for the Secret play here. Up to Marcel to do some damage.
Interesting he moved there, because they were just spraying it without any vision, but he doesn't fancy it, because take away that much damage. More just Peeker's advantage he's looking for. Works toward the door. Decontamination. He'll take down Inns. Easy with the late lurk rotation. Down from vents. Needs to cut them off as they go for the plant. Pex is inside of this one, but he can't find him. He's wrong to assume that he's directly below. And he's got to slow it down because he needs his teammate to get in position. Alistair's going to go hunting with his AWP. Switches Tech 9. Likely better in this situation. And a swing on Magisk. Knows he's there. Quick headshot. Back to the op. Easy's got 12 HP. He's going to challenge it. Alistair could easily hit this with the Tech 9. He's done it as well. And that's going to be a reset for North, if I'm not mistaken.
That's big from Alistair. Very impressive. I was actually giving a little round of applause there. That's a big round for them to pick up. And it looked like North had that tied up, and you can see they're not looking too happy right now. That's actually quite a harsh reset. So $1,400 coming into this round. Alistair steals one away, and a pause coming in from Marcel just to kind of maybe recalibrate themselves and work out what exactly went wrong there. They had the advantage, and Alistair, with some nice work, you can see he spot. That's such a nice spot. He's so happy at that. Majors Boy has no idea, and then very good patience there. Knows that the city's going to possibly try and push him. And low HP, nothing AZ can do. Lovely stuff. Alistair's been impressing me. They've had some disappointing games, and a good one obviously against Renegades as well, but this is looking good. They should tie things up at 11-11 after this run. It has to be an eco almost for North here. And what a disaster that would be, Matt, for North to turn up in this tournament.
Yeah, no, I mean, that it's not quite as like a dramatic a fall of, say, like NIP or someone along those lines, but it would punctuate the highlighting issues that we've kind of brought up, that they aren't really a top contending team right now. We've given them this world-class status. They bring in this new org.
Like, why is
they really haven't done that well in recent months. AZ has gone for an
Occasion and Config, and you've given your orb to AZ.
And he's gone toward
That's
Catwalk.
why. That's why. Here we go.
Ask no questions, hear no lies. Tux goes down immediately. Alistair still waiting with his AWP, and Pex tries to go back after AZ. Quick little pre-fire toward Heaven. He's not there. MSL's got the headshot angle, though, so he's got to be careful. MSL goes for the peek. He's baited into it, and Pex with a great shot in return.
So, force buy from Northin. Interesting enough, AZ, if you're not aware, the reason we're surprised he's not the main AWPer of this team. Certainly a very skilled player, and I'm sure he can hold his own with a weapon, and finds that opening pick. But still, quickly replied there by Pex, 4-on-4 now. Now they know the AWP's prevalent, I would say upper execute. That's where I'd be going as an in-game leader right now. Do that same play, Molotov the roof, smoke Heaven, smoke main entrance. Take that AWP out of this situation. That's the call for me right now.
Malta looking down the ladder, making sure no one's pushed through, but I'm interested to see how AZ tries to replicate success this time around on the AWP.
Surprised they're not doing it. Now you know that AWP is on the map, and you have no idea where it is. I think this is sloppy from Chiefs, but they do get the kill in return and maybe neutralize that, throw that AWP away, and they still have a fighting chance to win this one. Still going to be a difficult round here, considering it's a force buy from North. AWP, I think, will be recovered. I'm not 100% sure if they managed to throw it away.
Now Config is going to get it, but it doesn't matter because the round should be done. Pex and Ins on entry.
That was such a risk there, just walking into the ramp with like no flashes or anything, just hoping he wouldn't be there. Luckily they get the refrag of Alistair, so no harm, no foul. And Config, he'll be saving the AWP. And that was a full investment there from the North side. Got the opening pick and managed to find a second as well. And you can see the sigh of relief from Chiefs. That was not the correct call in my opinion, but they got away with it. And Config will save the AWP. They're tying things up, and it has to be another eco here for North. They're going to save the AWP at 11-11. And Matt, Chiefs, they're going to have the advantage now going forward. They're going to take the lead after this round. Presumably. Config could definitely cause damage with the AWP next round, don't get me wrong. That's if he saves it. He's towards... Is it CT spawn right now? I didn't quite catch it. Oh, he's in T-spawn. This is on a knife's edge, though. No one's really running away with this one. It looked like North were outclassing them across the board, but at the moment, Chiefs are impressing their T side. They've come here to play. They're not going out without a fight. So, Like we said, only $1,900 coming into the North bank account. So Config throws his CZ over to a Magus just to spread the wealth a little bit, throwing away a Molotov instead of...
Must have been grabbing...
I think, so this will be a step piece. So he wants to have 2 flashbangs, right?
Yep.
So he throws away that Molotov because he's going to be one of the players flashing that up a site. That's what I can see from now. That would make sense. Molotov obviously more valuable than a flashbang. That's $400 instead of 200. So it must be an execution coming here. Probably that one out of this squeaky door we saw before, and a little wall bang coming in. Made us down to 17 HP. And Configs towards Sneaker with that orb. So if they do that upper execution like we saw before, that will work very nicely. HE the door, 2 smokes come in, flashbang out, and then Molotov the hut where Mages is right now, and he might burn alive at that point if he's flashed.
Yeah,
we'll see if it comes in.
That wouldn't take much at all. You'd have to identify it quite quickly, and like you say, if he's flashed, that's a dead worm.
That is a dead worm indeed. For the Worms fans at home. Yeah, this is going to be that play. Because lining up on the roof as well. This is a perfect call in my opinion. I love it, Matt. I like it when a plan comes together.
Me too. Me too. Typically Friday night party plans.
There it is.
The Molotov goes in. No flash though. Magisk is able to step far enough left of that. That is very close. But looking straight down, it will be a shot to the skull. They haven't executed on the back of it this time though, Henry.
Bit of a fake. Bit of a ruse.
And it doesn't work between 2 smokes.
This is overthinking at its best.
Well, it has caught Cajun in transition, which could open up a lot of space to capitalize on Turnpike. Remember, they still don't have a lot of weaponry. They do have Config on the AWP, though, who's made it lower. He's going to have company. Fast shot. Nails Pex as well, but Malta and Alistair have gone around the other direction. Malta's gone back down for the vents, in fact, coming in from upper. He'll smoke that off, and they'll take the bomb back toward upper. That's confirmed. And Config's going to maybe try and save this op again. He may have to. 11-11. It's about to become 12 for Chiefs, who are going to take the lead over North and potentially put them against the ropes.
Now, the reason I say that's overthinking, obviously the round works out for them, but those upper executions are designed to lock out AWPers of rounds, and, oh, okay, Config, you don't really need to take Jules. You need to stay at that AWP. And if you're doing that upper execution, that's going to be eradicating risk toward the upper side. You're going to have the advantage you come up with all those flashbangs. You know it's very good. They take the AWP down at the end, but that fake, you still don't know who the AWPer is. He's not going to be towards upper with all those smokes and Molotovs going down. You want to just commit with that, in my opinion, and save that fake for a later date. And still works out for them. But here we go. North do not stay at that AWP. And this is a very big round indeed. They've got 3rd stage loss bonus. They've only actually picked up 1 round here in the second half, North. And Chiefs do have the lead. 5 and 4s, no kits, no incendiaries. Chiefs are loving this right now. This is actually getting very scary for the Danish side.
Smoke down from Inns will cover off the deeper of the 2 toward Secret, and MSL with a flash is going to try and beat them down by rotating into the vents. 10-3 at one point. It's now 12-11 the other way for Chiefs as they've picked up 9 in a row. Or not 9 in a row, I should say, but 9 out of the last 10. As MSL will sit on the stairs down toward control room. M4 ready if they walk through it, but they're just trying to get map control at this point in time on the Chiefs side. MSL, meanwhile, with the window broken out from control, will be able to get the early shot and then back off on top of it, but they've got to hold offense in doing so. Fire through. Does that actually line up? It does.
I assume it does, yeah.
I saw the bullet holes on the other side. That's pretty good. And into the Molotov placement, gets sneaking by it as it's still extinguished, which means they're still ignited. They can walk in, and Inns will take down MSL. Good shot to find Config. This is looking really good from Chiefs, and North's in a world of trouble right now as the bomb is going to make its way down toward lower yet again. Magisk does at least get Malta on the ramp, and AZ's going to time his re-entrance with the flames, but Inns is absolutely tearing heads off. Another save call from North. This goes 13-11.
That's a big round from Chiefs as well. Inns lighting them up on the lower bomb side there. Very methodical and clean round from them as well. You can see how North are struggling without the AWP there. No kits, lack of utility, losing most of the jewels in Inns. Nice display of aim, I have to say.
Do we have a timeout call?
I didn't see it on my screen. I'm on the server.
They must have to call it immediately after because Magisk just took his headset off and I think went to the washroom.
Yeah, okay, pause, tactical.
Okay, because
they've just left it.
Literally gone.
He's just out of there.
Yeah.
He's gone to, is that fine? Can you do that?
I'd say there's a little bit of rage that's inducing that because I don't think that's normal practice.
Yeah,
I might find AZ here. Hang on, because the gun's there.
Because you only get 30-second pause, right? If you
Yeah,
go to the
so
bathroom, you're going to be
that's why he must have been like, call it now, I'm out, and just tried to book
time
it.
out for toilet. Okay.
Yeah, but I don't. Okay, fair enough. I didn't think that was in. Anyway, all right, whatever. It is what it is. They have admins for this. That's not why we're here.
Exactly. 13-11 though. One player survives, and North look a little bit out of their depth here. First half was great, but they let a few rounds slip towards the end. Now, Matthew, after 4 state loss bonus and saving 1 gun, if they were to force into this, that could be the end of the game. They probably have to take another partial buy here. With the M4 in AZ's hand, gets some 5.7s with a shotgun and a UMP. They can maybe slip in there. Rugger at the back, just trying to work out what's the plan here going forward. I don't think they're allowed to chat. As you can see, they are. Oh no, they are talking. It's fine.
Yeah, that is a referee, I think, saying, hey, come on, you're not supposed to leave the chair. Yeah. A little motion was sit down, stay put. Nah, I don't think.
I think this is going to slip away from North. What an upset this would be.
I think this could very easily slip away from North.
Yeah.
It doesn't put Chiefs through either. That's the other aspect of it. It puts them into a 2-2, and it sends North home. Yep. Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's a long flight home to think about that loss.
Indeed. Here he comes.
Welcome back, Magisk. Now that he's drained the main vein, will he be ready to frag?
Who knows? Well, it looks like a partial buy will indeed coming in. Config with the Deagle body armor. AZ, like we said, saved them for 1 smoke here. These kind of players, though, they have the potential to win rounds by themselves. We saw Config do it in the previous round towards Secret. He challenged 1 towards Silo, then he rotated towards Ramp. Chiefs, I think this will be the execute again. It's the same play. Peck throwing away that Molotov, which doesn't make sense really. It's a more expensive, more valuable item. But this is probably either that up a fake once again, or they just fully commit. I would say against the pistols, and there's only 1 in 4 there, go for the full commitment and just use that upper execute, which is very, very good. And trying to overrun the round. Shooting out the windows once again. They only shoot out the windows when they're actually going to do it. They're not consistent from what I've noticed. They haven't been doing it like most teams and shooting out every single round.
Yeah, that is actually a good point. This is exactly the reason why we mentioned that, because now if you're North and you're paying attention to it, I think the other thing is it could become white noise to some of these teams who do hear it every round and don't realize that, oh, wait, they haven't been doing that. But yeah, if they did notice it, it is a tell.
I'm just going to have a look right now outside. So there's only 2 players. This is a variation of it then. So maybe this is another fake. They go towards ramp. Oh no, there's the 3rd. There he is. A little bit slow to the party. But he's coming.
Fashionably late.
But you can see North, they are sort of adjusted for this. I'm going to check in with AZ as well. Where is he? He's towards heaven. So he needs to see stepping up here. Smoke's come in. Here's the Molotovs. Can they hold it off?
Well, the Molotov does land well on Raptors and Hut.
It's the fake again.
But they haven't gone in on it. And you didn't necessarily like the fake last time.
Well, it's when you're wasting this much utility, or expending it, I should say, instead of wasting, and they've got nothing really to hold you off, it feels like it's a tricky call to make. But Malta's finding kills, and AZ now, we said he had to be on point here, finds another kill, 3 on 3. This is so important for both sides. And
look how quickly North did accumulate on the upper side. So this time the fake actually bought a lot of space elsewhere. A rotation down through the vents. They make it to decontamination. Early bomb planted toward control, which means Inns has to watch that. He can't. It's 14 seconds. Bomb gets dropped as a result of it because the coverage is off. Inns fights forward to decan to get 1, but unfortunately that leaves Bomb still on the ground. Good find from Alistair, because this means Magisk is not in position to deal with it. He's going to have to play it. Oh, they did get it. I thought they were on the plant in time, so that's round done. Magisk doesn't need to peek it, and it actually works.
What a mess. This is why I'm saying these overthought situations, you're up against pistols at 1 and 4. Just do the execute. Don't lose it like that. Oh, goodness. Well, you hate to see it, Matt. Breaks my heart. And Chiefs might have just thrown the game at that point. You can see they all started arguing with each other as well. They didn't check decon again. They're just panicking. They do that fake for so long. It takes so long to adjust and get down towards lower. They're not watching decon. 1 player comes out, denies a plan, and Mady's boy just has to stay alive. Probably can't believe his luck. A sigh of relief on his face. He thought he was done for. And Chiefs actually gift the victory in terms of that round towards North, or maybe the entire game.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. In an upset, you can't afford to make mistakes like that. Here we go again.
That's the difference between a team that can actually beat these sort of teams at a world-class level, or they throw it while they're making mistakes.
I say this time, no fake. Just go. Make it work. They're going to fake it again. Malta's got the opener on Cajun. MSL's forced to rotate back as AZ did in the last round. But they're sitting back with Flash going through. North's going to eventually figure this out. I think the fact that you now got 2 variations of it, start getting curveballs involved. MSL gets Malta down. That's an outer. Pex, good shot through the door at least. We'll get Magisk at main. But it's Inns that's trying to get in position, and AZ Needs to be very careful in that corner. A single flash would take away all of his vision. Flash goes through. It's a little bit deep. AZ has to look away, though. It actually did catch him. So the entrance works for Tux. But MSL still in position. Gets one before they swing wide. Good find from Alistair. It's on to Config. Quick pick.
No.
Doubles it up. Tux is there, thankfully.
They're so hyped at that. Look at it. This is the back and forth game, and the money in the bin once again for North. I said Chiefs potentially threw the game with that previous blunder, but they bring it back with another variation of that upper execution. And North are having a real tough time there. Everything expended towards the upper side once again. And Malta doing some great work outside. Gets that first pick. He goes down, but he's taking the aggro away. Once he gets that pick outside, it forces the rotation. One player has to go over, drop down towards the vent, or leave the ramp room, and it makes the upper side a bit weaker there. And now another force buy. This could be it for North. Config, aggressive. That's what he's known for. Going straight in towards the lobby, backing up his teammates as they push in. They're making a lot of noise here. Malta to find the first frag, and maybe two. AZ takes him down.
Good pickup. Inns, meanwhile, will climb back up on the roof. This time they won't have his, or he won't have his teammates with him to try and throw utility through. Config's already rotated down below. And they are causing movement from North. This is one of the things you have to do on Nuke. You have to get the CT side transitioning in positions they can't be comfortable or complacent in watching one angle. They need to be second-guessing themselves, and that's how you create space. So Cajun B will try and sit with his CZ. Spot aggressively in through the hot position. He's not revealed himself just yet to Chiefs, who are on the other side, but he's going to have to back it off ever so slightly, and as he does, Inns is aware of it, pushes up, catches him off.
Looking for match points here. 4 versus 3. It's Config. One of the most talented players on the North side to try and be the difference maker here. Plenty of time to, well, plenty of time. 35 seconds to work with here. Pex is going towards heaven. This has been a problem for Chiefs, overthinking these sort of scenarios. They're just grouping up and getting that bomb down with a smoke. They've got all this utility. I hope they operate correctly here. Pex, he can't go down, otherwise his teammates aren't left with much to work with. There it is.
He does at least get Pex, but MSL steps up the pistols, maybe holding on. Remember, it could have already been map point for Chiefs. It's now 14-12. It's going to be 13th round for North. Alistair has to go all the way back with the AWP, and North hold on ever so slightly to this game, but they are looking far from home in the Deep South, because not only that, their only win so far in this tournament is an overtime win versus a triple overtime win versus Optic, who have a stand-in at this event. So it has been an absolute struggle for them.
How many opportunities are Chiefs going to get, though, to close this game out? And against 1M4 and pistols, Matt, they give it away again. And look at that crowd. This is a big game. Like, North going home at this stage to an Australian team. You can see all the pro players there. I think I spotted Tarek, Nico, and some other jerseys in there as well.
Mixed well.
Yeah, that's very exciting to see that. What a kind of fuss this game is causing.
This is that MSL got lucky there. I was going to say, that's a big risk for him to walk outside when there's a single up and it's actually staring in that direction. So the fact that the missed shot came through gives him space, but it's Inns. Remember what they said about the 1-deeks early on? That might be his first 1-deek since he actually requested them to stop losing rounds, so maybe that's the curse reversed.
Well, they've still got a lot of work to do here. Alistair, of course, has got the AWP, and they'll be looking to find frags here. Inns, though, has opened it up. Major's down to 48 as well. He was on the upper side. Makes his way towards the rafters here. Still with no nades. Well, one flashbang, that's about it. It's going to be difficult for Chiefs to do much more with this. Let's see whether they've got anything left in the tank.
Peck's tagged up slightly by that Molotov. Config's going to wait as well to make sure they push through the radio. He's well and truly up to the challenge on the M4. Config will back it off. Gets tagged up though, but he's not sure where from. It's Inns that's already inside of the vent.
What a mess.
It's like being shot at in pub battlegrounds and not knowing which way to look. Has no idea where it was coming from at all. As he just gets picked apart slowly. MSL does get one back on Alistair. It's still going to be a bomb down though. 3 Deagles versus an M4 and 2 AKs. And the kits, well, there's only 2, but 2 is certainly enough in this situation. North's going to wait together to accumulate, but MSL gets caught out on his own. Pex gets the shot. They know where he is, but he follows it up. He's got 2 on the Deagle, and they are pumped because it's map point for Chiefs.
God bless them. Chiefs managing to find round number 15. Who would have thought?
They looked. AZ and MSL looked lost right there.
There's just so many strange rounds here. Pex, the Deagle spray down to potentially win the game here. They've thrown away so many rounds. I'm going to set up trepidation because 15-13. Chiefs take a tactical pause here just to work out. Guys, we keep faking. We keep planting the open and not watching the key positions. Do you just want to keep it simple? Let's just try and stick together, get that bomb down, and take down these pistol players. We know we fully reset them. P250, CZ, and a UMP for Cajun B. This has to be it. North should be going home. If they throw this round, they do not deserve to win this game. You can see the look on North's face. They've got nothing to work with here. Fist bumps come in. Last ditch attempt now. 15-13. 2 match points for Chiefs up against almost nothing for North. No M4 to fall back onto. They've had the likes of Config and AZ of an AWP in the past as well. SMGs and pistols map. Could Chiefs, of all the teams in this tournament, be the ones to knock out North?
Tries to fire in through the door. Not able to line up the shot toward MSL, who has to back off, watch outer on a passive angle and hope for a 1-dig. Same thing with Pex, by the way. None of those kills were 1-digs at all. All body shots on the Deagle.
Just that panic spray, it works out for him. It was lovely stuff. I enjoyed that round a lot. This has actually been one of the best games of the tournament, just for the context of what it means and the blunders and the panic coming in. It's been really entertaining in that respect.
Building some fans, Chiefs, I'm sure. Many of whom would like to see them win 2 straight games and get into the arena.
This is the upper execute again.
Take away the door, put out the smoke, flash goes
Just go
in.
with it.
Last time, AZ was caught off by the flash in the corner. This time, he's going to be staring at the wall early. Pistols out, swings, gets it, goes in though, but Inz is ready,
Ooh.
and down go 2. Chiefs get that much closer. It's a man advantage to work with. Magisk, he wants to try and push back, take back ground away from them, but that's going to be harder to do in the fact that Cajun gets traded out immediately, and Config has the only gun. It's only a UMP. And not only that, Inz has got Magisk. This is going to be it. 1 versus 3. North are definitely far from home in the South because they've got no chance at all. Config walking back in. Patience will pay off to at least get one by taking the vents, but Molotov toward him immediately. He's going to go toward control rather than decontamination. They've got that covered as well. He's going to go through it. They'll hear the tick. Surely know he's there. Snap back up. He's got it down to a 1 versus 1 at least. Bomb planted, 44 HP for Config. And Alistair, he's going to try and make his way into dark position. It covers off all other angles. It gives him by only one means by which he can be seen. And he gets the shot. It is going to be Chiefs making it through, and North is gone.
My God, what a game that was. Chiefs are the team to knock out North. That's got to be gutting for them. It wasn't the prettiest game of CS, but one of the most exciting.